Oh,
That's right.
I jumped
No, you're good,
all
that's
the
fine.
way
Keep going.
down.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
guys.
like it. Joseph Notton.
Yosef, yeah, I'm gonna mess that one
Not
up.
Knotten
Not
belt.
Connaughton.
And
No.
not a hard J.
Yeah, it's just nah, you guys just gotta wing it. It might come. We'll see.
When you two are ready, then I'll give you like 2 seconds after you say you're ready, and then we'll start.
That's good learning curve there, James.
All right, welcome everyone.
Oh, freeze. I didn't turn the volume on my phone down. Because there's obviously no Vikings around these days.
Haven't seen one in a while.
Alright. Yeah.
That means yes. Yeah.
You may go.
Okay.
He's gonna have a field day with these bloopers.
You two both still ready?
Who knows?
Okay, welcome everyone to episode 6 of the closeout for 2020. James Lissaman, Community Basketball Manager.
Laurie McDaniel, Coach Development Manager.
Marty Davison, referee manager.
And I'll change the order so you're up first here.
Oh, yes you are.
Who's me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yes.
Oh. Why did you haven't changed the order? It's on
Yeah,
here.
it says Laurie.
Yeah. So
Oh.
that's not a changed order. When I look down, I'm
Okay.
on here.
Oh,
Wow, guys. Anyway, first game up we're going to talk about this week is women's Miles Toyota Women's Prem with Lincoln University taking on Horswell. Lauren Hippolyte came away as the only double-figure scorer for Lincoln this week with 24, and she hit 6 threes. So that's quite something.
Yes.
Do we know out of how many?
I think it was 14 off the top of my
That's
head.
pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Shooting.
So LU are up 20-11 after the first quarter and then gradually pulled away to win 56-44. For Horswell, Roe Cartanier with 15 and Fran Edmondson 13. And good win for Lincoln there.
nice. Second women's Prem game this week. North Canterbury took on UC, and it was a bit of a one-sided affair with North Canterbury winning by 45 points in the end. Ezra McGoldrick had 24 and Mary Golding had 21 for North Canterbury. UC battled hard. Tessa Morrison had 13 and Hannah Machuski had 13 also. It was close in the first quarter with UC actually having the lead, but obviously when the game carried on, NC blew the game out and ended up winning, like you said, 80-38. So big win for NC.
Yeah, nice to see the tall ferns both about 20 points, although
nice.
maybe not that nice for UC.
No.
Good for club basketball. In the Miles Toyota Men's Premier League, we had 2 universities battling, Lincoln University versus UC. And a bit of an upset here. Lincoln came away and won pretty convincingly 91-70. For LU, it was Ben Hall above 20 with 23.
Good.
Player of the match was Pave Mamoisea with 20 points, 8 rebounds, named as MVP. UC did have 1 lead early in the first quarter, but LU got up 3 at the end of that. And then they basically used their length throughout the whole game to create steals and push the pace. And UC would come close. They closed it to 5 early in the third quarter, but shooting 3 of 24 from behind the 3-point line saw Lincoln extend the lead, and Brent Fisher for UC 16 points, 9 rebounds in the loss.
The second game up was Gators vs Pioneer with Joseph Nottenbelt coming away as the game MVP there. Gators were up 13 in the third, and Matt Maszewski had 21 points, but Pioneer came back just at the start of the fourth to tie it up 69-69 with Ollie Davies 23 points and 8 rebounds. Gators were up 10 with over just 2 minutes to play after a Joseph Nottenbelt layup, 12 points, 13 rebounds for him. Down 6 inside a minute, this guy hit a 3, which was great, and the next trip down got fouled, which would have
Yes, if I could
cut
make
the
free
lead.
throws, that would have been nice, wouldn't it?
Cut the lead to 2 if we made free throws there, Marty, but that's fine. Unfortunately, he did not make it.
Thanks.
So Gators came away with a 93-89 win. How do you feel about yourself?
Yes, can I just get back in the gym and work on my free throws? I think
Right,
it'd be
but
a good
hey,
thing.
every play matters, and that you just happened to miss those crucial.
Make me feel
Still
like
may
it
not have
already
won, but it
is.
definitely,
Yeah.
I don't know, you gave
Would have helped.
Yes, would have.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Laurie.
Good effort, though. Way to play hard, buddy.
And a losing effort, you think? You can
Yeah,
probably say
losing,
that
that's
too.
right, that's your
Yeah.
favourite.
Cool. The last game of the men's Premier round, North Canterbury against Checkers. This was a heck of a game, with no team having more than a 10-point lead in the whole game. Carl Wizard for Checkers played really well, 17 points and 13 rebounds. But game MVP for North Canterbury, Nat Connell, 16 points, 8 rebounds and 6 assists. This game had 20 ties or lead changes, so it was a crazy sort of back and forth affair with no team really gaining control. Andrew Callaway played really well, also 21 points, 9 rebounds and 7 assists. So flirting with that triple-double there. Hit 2 threes in a row in the third quarter to give them a 7-point lead, but North Canterbury stayed in touch and ended up just getting the win 85-80. Kezia Harder with 16 points from the point guard spot, and Ethan Rusbatch returned to club basketball, scored 12 points in his first game since the ANBL had finished. So yeah, heck of a game that one, and it was good to be involved with it, doing a bit of refereeing there as well. So
loud crowd that also got involved with the referee.
Yes, they did. They were very passionate. It was good. I liked the passion from both sides, and Checkers guys definitely were letting me know. And,
great positive phrasing, Marty. Passionate.
Yes.
Good job.
Nice.
Glory League Game of the Week features boys under 17, Christ College Black up against St Andrews Blue, and Christ College looked like this was not going to be anything considered for Game of the Week. They were up 17 points in the third quarter. Jeremy Kinley had 14 points towards that, including this tough fading hook shot layup, falling out of the keyhole sort of thing. Oliver Graves, it's not the easiest shot. Oliver Graves had 26 points, including 5 from behind, 5 3-pointers, so 15 of that, including these 2 back-to-back consecutive positions to start the comeback when they were down 17. Patrick Ryan for St Andrews cut the lead all the way to 1 point, and then Graves with another 3-point gave Stack the lead 70-68 inside the last bit of time. But it was Matthew Lewis, who was on 28 at this point, got up to 31 points with this game-winning shot to give themselves a 71-70, and you can see how pumped he is.
Yeah, the reaction is amazing. Yeah,
it was. And then Jeremy Kinley, 14 points. He just ices the game with the steal here for Christ College. So very exciting game there, and great finish for it as well.
Awesome. Right, on to Marty's minute for this week. So we had a few situations with these incidences occurring in a game. So we're talking about screening in a game. So you guys, what do you think the definition of a screen is?
Well, the screener must be set and remain stationary, and it's the ball handler's job to utilise the stationary offensive.
Very good. Yeah. So I had to go.
So that didn't happen here.
No, not in this situation here. But I did go to the rule book just to actually read the definition of what a screen actually is. So a screen is an attempt to delay or prevent an opponent without the ball from reaching a desired position on the court. Right. So a lot of fancy words in there. But really all it means is a player basically blocking someone from getting to a position where they want to. But there is ways to do this. You have to do this in a legal way, and we can't be illegal. And Laura, you brought up some good points about what is legal and what is not. So I'll go through those right now. So a screen that is legal is set stationary, and the player that sets the screen is inside their cylinder when the contact occurs. They also have to have both feet on the floor when they set the screen, so you can't jump into someone, or you can't be running to the spot to set the screen. You have to actually be stationary and inside your cylinder. And a legal screen is when a screener is actually moving at the point of contact, or they did not respect the elements of time and distance of an opponent who's in motion. So that sort of means if I'm playing defense, I'm allowed to have at least one step to change my direction. If I don't have one step to change direction and the screener comes up to me and takes my spot out of the way, this will be considered a moving screen or an illegal screen, and the other team will get possession. So
that must be quite difficult to determine at times.
Absolutely. Yeah, it does happen very quickly, but what we encourage referees to do is, instead of just watching the person with the ball dribbling, is just open up your vision slightly forward so you can see the screener coming. So then you're actually kind of watching both elements of the play, and then once the screen gets set, it normally happens pretty quickly. You sort of know if it's illegal or not when you're watching it there. So so in this video here, we just see the screener come out. He's not stationary, unfortunately, at the point of contact. But James, we brought up a point as well that the ball handler needs to be smart and wait until the screener is actually set before moving off. If they don't, then obviously the screener is still moving, and they unfortunately are the ones that get the foul in the end. So.
It's actually good practice as a screener to get your players wait. So using visual and verbal cues.
That's a good
for
coaching.
Your ball handler.
Coaching one there. Yeah, so that's Smarty's minute for this week. Referees keep an eye out on those screens out there, make sure they're all legal. Cool.
Good job, Marty. Thank you very much for that.
Probably more than a minute then.
No, that's all right, but it's probably very valid points because it's a messy part of the game.
Yes.
Coaching-wise, you want to try and get it as tight as you possibly can. Like the surprise element of the screen's important, but
while staying in the legal parameters.
Yes. Sure.
Yes. All right. Up now, we've got a little special few highlights here that kind of it highlights one of the great things about club basketball and sport in New Zealand. So people can play club basketball till they're
old.
a little bit,
Yeah.
a little bit more mature, and their wisdom can be imparted.
Good, so,
And in doing so, you get to have the opportunity sometimes to play with your kids. So, in these highlights here, we've got 2 mother-daughter matchups in the game. So, 2 mums, 2 daughters playing against each other. Here is Shelley Norris from Horswell Green and her daughter Brooklyn Pofare for Royals. They're going head-to-head here, and you can see the mother-daughter bond coming out strongly here
Nice.
in some of the interactions, which is great. And then later on here you see Megan Ellis and Amanda Murray, both for Royals, jostling with each other for the privilege of inbounding a ball, which is good. But again, just really highlights how awesome club sport is, and club basketball in New Zealand. You get the ability to maybe one day play with or against your kid and stuff like. Anyway, so this weekend, the Miles Toyota Women's Premier Games. On Court 1, we have the 2 undefeated teams, Lincoln University taking on North Canterbury. And on Court 2, Horswell taking on UNC. And both of those teams at the moment do not have a victory, so someone's going to come away happy about that. So Women's Prem Games on at 12:10.
Yeah, so we'll definitely end up with 1, 2, 3, 4 in terms of standings after this week.
Yes, we will.
For the men's games, 1:45, Lincoln at 2-2 take on Pioneer at 2-2 as well. 3:20, Atami, the undefeated 3-0, the only undefeated team at the moment, take on North Canterbury, who won that game, so 1-2. And 4:55, Checkers, who could easily be 2-1 but are 0-3, take on UC, who is 2-1, all at Cal Stadium on Saturday.
Excellent. Sales NBL continues. The Sales NBL Showdown continues, the 6-week tournament that's happening up in Auckland. So the Rams are 3-3 after week 2, and they're in a 4-way tie for 3rd place. So some people could say that is potentially 6th, but we'll say they're in a 4-way tie for 3rd. So they've got 3 games this week. We've got the Bulls on Wednesday, the Huskies on Thursday, and the Airs on Saturday. All the games are on Sky Sport, and a couple of games are replayed on Prime as well. So make sure you go check those games out and keep supporting the Rams as they continue their quest up there.
And if you watch like most of the games, you'll see a bunch of referees from the Canterbury area. The last one last night had Matt Bathurst and Harry Apes were both doing that one. You're up this week.
Yep, I'm heading up. Heading up soon to do a few games, so it'll be good to get up there and get back into it.
Cool. Plays of the week. So I've got Tommy Fairbrother here from the same game that we had Marty's minute from. Half-time, halfway, gets his balance after a missed shot here, 360 spin, and cooler than a polar bear's toenails, just drains this 3-pointer from halfway. Very good shot, and very cool he did it.
Yeah. And just when you thought Marty missing his free throws might have been the worst thing that happened to him during the game, think again. We here have a very nice step-up screen and transition there for Marty. Marty's left hand driving to the lane here, thinks he is wide open, but think again. Joseph Nottenbelt coming in there and just throwing that weak stuff right on out of here.
Very weak.
Maybe we try a rondo or a
we'll try something
floater or
something a little bit
kick
different.
out to the corner, but like the fact that you thought that was going.
Yes, I thought it was an easy one, but obviously not. And my highlights from the under-13 boys development grade, so NC Jaguars, William Harrison with the sweep behind the back to Lucas Blanchard, who then hits the other Lucas Fagan, for a nice easy 2-point basket. So these guys were down about 30 points, I think, in the second quarter. Not much was going their way, and it was cool to have a sweet highlight for them in this game, a nice sweep behind the back pass there.
Absolutely. Okay, we want to take this opportunity to thank Foodstuffs, who helped sponsor the Midnight Basketball program in 2020. So that includes PAK'nSAVE, New World and Foursquare. So thank you guys for all you do to keep the really awesome program of Midnight Basketball up and going.
Cool, good job, good effort. That wraps up week 6.
Be cool, be kind.
Great job, great effort. Work team.